Alrighty folks, how's it going? It's car boot haul time. Yep, I've been out to the car boot on this lovely Easter weekend. The weather is crackaroony. I am absolutely shattered because last night, it was my birthday yesterday, and last night I waited up for my girlfriend to finish work so I could spend some time with her. So I didn't get to my bed till probably about 1, and then I was up again at 6 for the boot sale, so needless to say, I'm pretty fucking tired, but I thought I'm going to get this done, show you what I acquired, or I'll just end up falling asleep and packing the stuff away and not doing a video, but that is not good enough. So I'm going to battle through and do this video for you right now. Okay, so first of all, when I got to the car boot sale, it was looking pretty bleak. I was there so early. All the traders and the fucking rats were in there, scurrying around. The wee ginger guy was bouncing around, and Bert and Ernie were in full swing. Still not talking to each other. I haven't been to this boot sale for about a month, and I bumped into Ernie, and he was telling me that Bert was still a dickhead and all this carry on. I'm like, alright, great. It's fucking tough for politics again. They both talk to me like I'm some sort of local, but I don't fucking know any of them. But anyway, so yeah, I started off pretty poor. Went to see my old man Chick. He's usually got loads of broken action figures and just crap, but I picked up a couple of bits from him. And then I went to another trader, bought a couple of bits, and thought, oh, this is shit, I'm not getting anything. And then suddenly, one little turn of events changed, and I got a fair few more bits. So anyway, I'll just run through what I got, and I'll tell you a little bit of how I acquired it during the day. So we'll start off at the top here. A Batman. He needs a good clean, he's pretty filthy. And I think that might be his backpack, I'm not 100% sure, but I bought that with him. So that's him. I got that guy and these two guys. A Batman and a Joker. That, and if I can find him yet, a Lord of the Rings sort of Warhammer figure. He's got his base and his arm, so he's not broken or anything, he just needs glued and painted. So that's quite cool, might paint that, give me something to do. So yeah, I got that little lot there, not Mr. Fantastic, not you, just these guys. This lot here for £2, so that's quite good. So that was that. Then I went to the trader, and he sold me this thing. Now, I've never seen one of these. It's a translucent Optimus Prime, which is just bizarre. Paid 10 quid for it, so pretty much top dollar, but I think well worth it for £10, still in the box. Translucent, never seen one, so pretty cool. Also, from that trader, I purchased these. Now, a bit of help required here, folks. Obviously that's Mr. Fantastic, or Captain Fantastic, or the boy with the big hands. So I know who that is, so don't worry. But this guy is proper weird. He's like some sort of zombie alien, not zombie alien stroke, I don't know, skeleton thing. And when you push the button on his ass, his arse, a snake pops up out of his head. So I have no idea what he's all about. I don't know if he lies down, maybe. He's a lying down kind of dude, I'm not sure. But he's got a broken peg in his foot. 1995, that's all it says. So any idea who that is, I'd really appreciate it. So that was him. So I picked up him, and these Star Wars figures from this trader. Darth Vader, no idea who that is. That's Power of the Force Luke Skywalker. A couple of vintage ones. He'll be good for my army building. These two need a real good clean. I think he's pretty knackered on his face, but he might be savable. I'll touch up his face because he's pretty loose. But yeah, he looks okay. So nice. And also a wiki. Wiki. So that was pretty cool. Then I went to obviously Chick, my old pal at the car boot these days, and he had. Actually, running back to this bit, so I got those. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Got those figures, and this vintage Tauntaun, yeah, for 20 quid in the end. So crazy biscuits, but never mind. This was the majority, and he just wouldn't budge on the figures. He would not budge. Pound a figure. I was like, come on, mate. He's like, no, pound a figure. So what can you do? What can you do? So anyway, that was those. Then I went to see my old pal Chick, as I was saying, who's basically just abusing his wife as usual, just screaming at her and shouting at her. He does it all the time. Just telling her she's a useless cow and go there and fire. I mean, half of it is indecipherable, but he's quite a funny dude. So, but he likes me, and he's always like, seeing as it's you, and he gives me deals on his shitty plastic broken figures. But I found this one within the wreckage. It's a Star Wars figure apparently, so I've never seen that one. Pretty cool. I also got this, which is a Corp, Lana Corp. I mean, I do collect the Corps mainly for their parts, for this piece in here. Excuse me, for this piece in here. Always handy for fixing your G.I. Joes and whatnot. So got him. This sort of Transformer, but I've never. It's cheap looking. I don't know if it's a G1 or if it is a Transformer. It doesn't have Hasbro written on it anywhere, so not sure about that. A bit of information on that would be Grandez-vous. He's also missing a bit underneath there. God, I've got a bit of cough. Hold on. Let's go. Sorry. We're turning into pirates on this channel. Anyway, and then I got this Rice Krispies car, which I thought was pretty badass. It's vintage, 1979, so I think that's cool. I don't really like cars too much, but when the odd one, I'm like, I quite like that. Yeah, so I got that. So that was from my pal Chick. Good on him for a quid. That little lot there, £1. Then I thought that my day was over. I thought I'm never going to find anything else, and I went to the stand where I bought these guys from, and he had some vintage Star Wars vehicles. He was telling me, he said, yeah, I had the Millennium Falcon, and I had a people carrier, you know, the big carrier case one. I was like, oh, bummer. He was like, yeah, I sold it to and I said, well, did you sell it to a wee ginger guy? And he was like, aye. And he was like, well, I said, look, he's a reseller. He's like, oh, he said, I guessed as much. Because he was quite a nice bloke. And he goes, well, actually, I've got something in here you might be interested in. I was like, alright, okay, let's have a look. And he showed me this, which is my pick of the day by a country mile. It is the Alien Queen playset by Movie Maniacs, Mannix McFarlane Toys. Yeah, I mean, drink that in. That is fucking awesome. Look at that. All complete, all there. It's just been taken out of the packaging for display purposes, he was telling me. And he went to me, like, I'm a fair guy, like, I don't really want to start taking stuff off people for nothing. But I thought, I'll put a cheeky wee offer in. He says, well, he said, make me a decent offer. Make me an offer of somebody, you know, don't try and rip me off. And I was like, alright, I was like, fair enough. I was like, we're in a car boot. I was thinking it's probably worth about 30 quid. We're in a car boot. So I offered him 15 and he took it. So at 15 quid, pretty impressive. I have only seen one on eBay at the moment, and it's selling for about £50. So, oops. But yeah, I tried to be fair as much as I could. But yeah, so I'm not a massive Aliens fan, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It is cool, don't get me wrong. It's super cool, it's so well detailed, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But anyway, I'll keep you posted. Right, so that was a great find. Best find of the day. So after that, things just got better and better for me. I started to pick up stuff. So I went to just round the corner to some of the fresh stalls. Picked up an Earthworm Jim, which I was super happy about. I haven't seen an Earthworm Jim figure in the wild, so yeah, I was chuffed to bits to get that one. A wee thing, he is badass. I love that. Proper beastie. I like the thing. I think I'm probably going to get the Marvel Selector thing next. I think that's going to be my next purchase from them. What else did I acquire at that point? Oh yes, parts of a broken Megazord. I think this piece is pretty much knackered because the head's sort of snapped. But I see you can unscrew these, so maybe for parts these bits might be handy, or this piece. I don't know, but this piece is intact. So yeah, that's one of the legs. I think that's the first Megazord type thing, so yeah, I don't know how much if that's worth anything to anybody. I'm not sure, but picked it up just in case. Basically, this was in a bag with all these Playmobil figures and these accessories, and I got the whole thing. That, all these Playmobil bits, and this with all the weapons and stuff, 50p. So that was great. So I thought, yes, we're on fire now. So that was that. If I showed you everything on the table, yeah. Another thing I've taken a wee punt on. I also bought this Gundam figure model kit. Cost me 12 quid. Wasn't sure about it, to be honest. I didn't actually really want to buy it, but the old guy was talking to me, and he was talking about models and stuff, and I think he was just lonely, to be honest. So I ended up staying there talking to fucking ages, and I felt obliged to buy the fucking thing at the end of it. I didn't really want it, but I don't know. It's still in the plastic. It's absolutely brand spanking new. So he's telling me it's a 70s one. I think he's talking absolute crapola, but never mind. He was a nice old man, bless him. So I'm too soft at these charity shops, at these car boots. If people are nice to me, I end up buying shit off them. Even if I don't want it. So yeah, that was that. So anyway, I picked that up. So a bit of information about that. I'm not very sure what the crack is with those, but 12 quid maybe a bit much for it. I don't know, but I might give it a go. I don't know if anyone else out there likes Gundam style. I don't even know the song properly. Anyway, so that's that, Gundam style. Yeah, so from the same person I picked up these little accessories, 50p, Playmobil, blah 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 for that lot. I also picked up this thing. It's a Wolverine in his sort of chamber thing. It's really cool. For 50p, I thought, yes please. So yeah, I got that as well. So that and that for 50p. What else did I acquire from that lady? It was something else, so maybe not. So the next thing I got was this King Kong figure. 50 pence. Not bad. A little R2-D2 there. I don't know if I showed you that one, but that's great for my collection, because I collect R2-D2s. So that's cool. I think I've already got this one, but you can never have too many of them. Yeah, so that was all the figures. Oh, and this Britain's horse, because I always pick up Britons if I see them. You got to pick them up, because they're vintage. That's my reasoning. And then on the way out of the boot sale, I like Peep Show, so I picked this up. Seasons 1 to 6, so that's cool. Might give that to my brother for his Christmas. And also, when I bought that, I paid 4 quid for it. I don't know if that was a good deal or not, but pff. And then I like it's for me. And then I picked this up. This was also in his sort of lot, and he threw this in for nothing. So that was cool. So the 51st State, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. Samuel L. Jackson in a kilt, Robert Carlyle, fantastic as always. Yeah, I loved it. It's one of my favourite films, to be honest. It's got the boy from what's he in? Royal Family in it. I can never remember his name. What is his name? I'm going to find it. Or maybe not. Nah, I don't know what it is. But anyway, so that's cool. So that was cool. So that was free. A freebie. I like it. Yeah, so that was those. So yeah, that was that. And then, as I was walking out, I picked those up. And then I went back to the start, because apparently some more cars had come in at this point. And I was like, alright, fair dues. And then, so I picked up this pointless board game for 3 quid. Brand spanking new, still in the plastic. So that might be a Christmas present. I don't know, I'll have to keep that in the packaging. Might give it to my other brother for his crimbo. Well, his birthday's coming up soon, so I might give it to him for his birthday. He probably wouldn't thank me for it. But he probably hates pointless. So anyway, so that was 3 quid. That was just a random thing I picked up. And the last few things are pretty chunky. First of all, picked up this Playmobil set, pirate ship, island, the whole thing. It's absolutely complete mint in box, and I paid 10 of your British pounds for that. That is a fucking steal. You're talking 50, 60 quid minimum for this in a shop. So for £10, what a bargain! So I bought that. And I said to the woman, can you hold it for me? She's like, no problem. So she held it for me. I went round sort of the corner, and this guy had these display cabinets for sale. He only had 2. I was looking at them thinking, well, they're quite nice. I don't have anywhere to put them at the moment, but for the future they'll probably be handy. I'll stick them in the shed. So I'm looking at them going, oh yeah. And I said, how much do you want for your stands, pal? And he was like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll take 30, what did he say? 15 each, or £25 for the pair. That's what, yeah, 15 each, £25 for the pair. I was like, okay, fair enough. So I'm just standing there, just sort of thinking, how much money have I got on me? Because I was going to buy them. I was like, yeah, fair enough. That seems fair enough. 15 quid each, or £25 for the pair stand. So I'm just, and this is a tip for you, right? When you're at a car boot, just stand there and stare into space and hold the item you want. Because I've done this a few times, and without even trying to get money off, they've pretty much said they've given me money off it. And a similar thing happened with these, because I was going to pay the 15 quid. I was just thinking to myself how much money I had, and then something caught my eye, and I was looking at that, and I was having a wee ponder to myself about bits and pieces, and then I just heard him go, alright, 20 quid for the pair. I'm like, eh? Alright. Sold. So I ended up getting a fiver off them. So they ended up costing me 20 quid, £10 each, which I thought was excellent. So yeah, so there's a bit of advice for you folks. If you're ever at Carboon, just stand there and look off into the distance like you're staring at a very small plant miles and miles away. Because apparently that works. You get money off. I didn't even ask for money off. Anyway, that's what happened. So there you go. So not a bad day's booting today, folks and folkettes. Pretty happy with that. Happy as Larry. So yeah, and then some more Playmobil bits here. Yeah, Earthworm Jim, brilliant. This Wampa, it's I think not a Wampa. What is it? I can't remember what you call it. But this needs a real good clean, so I'll take this home tonight and give it a right good scrubbing. But it's lovely to find vintage Star Wars stuff at boot sales. That's my favourite. I mean, I can't leave them behind. Even if I've got a million of them, like I've got about 10 of him, I just can't leave them behind. I've got to buy him. Because I can't have him sitting at the bottom of the box just gathering dust, because nobody really wants this guy, do they? But I just can't leave him. The same with that guy. I couldn't leave him behind. So yeah, it's a curse. Plus the fact I'm so nice. If somebody just gave me a sweetie or something, I'd probably end up buying half their shit off them. Anyway, this has been quite a long video, folks, but it needed to cram all the stuff in because got a fair whack of stuff today. So proper chuffed. Oh yeah, before I go, yep, a bit of information required on this bad boy. Absolutely no idea what's going on with him. But yeah, really appreciate it if you can give me some info on him. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.